Macro expansion. So this is a program which is explaining macro expansion. Hash define upper 25 main int I. So I is an integer. Now for loop for I is equal to 1 semicolon I is less than or equal to upper then semicolon I plus plus printf slash n percent d comma I. So slash n is written for a writing in next line. In this program, instead of writing 25 in the for loop, we are writing it in upper, which has already been defined before main through this statement. Hash define upper 25. This statement is called macro definition or more commonly a macro. So hash define upper 25. So these such kind of statements are called macro definition or simply they are called as macro. Here is another example of macro definition. So hash define pi is equal to 3.1415. Main float r is equal to 6.25 float area. So float is r which is 6.25. Now float area, so area is also a float. Area is equal to pi star that is multiplied by r star r. Printf slash n area of circle is equal to percent f comma area. Upper and pi in above programs are often called macro templates, whereas 25 and 3.1415 are called their corresponding macro expansions. When we compile the program, before the source code passes to compiler, it is examined by C preprocessor. So before passing it to compiler, it is examined by the C preprocessor for any macro definitions. In C programming, it is a customary to use capital letters for macro template. This makes it easy for programmers to pick out all the macro templates when reading through the program. Note that a macro template and its macro expansions are separated by blanks or tabs. A space between hash and define is optional. Remember that a macro definition is never to be terminated by a semicolon. So we cannot terminate a macro definition by semicolon. And now $1 million question. Why use hash define in the above programs? So this is a very interesting question, that why we are using hash define in the above programs. What we gain by substituting pi for 3.14 in our program, and there are so many such instances where a constant doesn't reveal its purpose so readily. For example, if the phrase uh, slash x1b2 causes the screen to clear, but which would you find easier to understand in middle of your program slash x 1b 2j or clear screen. Thus we would use the macro definition hash define clear screen. So using this code uh, is difficult than using define hash define clear screen. Whenever the clear screen appears in program, it would automatically be replaced by this number, that is slash x 1b 2j before compilation begins. So writing hashtag define clear screen, so this is easy as compared to writing its code. So that is why hash define directive is important and it is frequently used in programs.